Hey and welcome back to another episode of Free-to-Play Neverwinter with Aragon. So we are literally starting out anew. I am currently level 1 and I'm a fighter, and this is my current gear, and this is essentially the tutorial zone. First things first, I'm gonna rearrange my HUD a little bit. Pick up the quest from Mr. Linklater, and now he gives us some gear. Here we go, we got some gear in our inventory. Just double click these and it should automatically equip them into the given slots, as you can see here. Here's a campfire, these are the general respawn points. So let's head out and complete this quest. It'll show you it's a tutorial through your different powers and whatnot, and it seems we need to kill these guys. Proceed on. Again, still teaching you how to jump, move around, use your powers. Now I have a new at will, and you continue on, and yeah, you literally just follow this sparkly lines. Speak to Makos, I'm ready. We get a cutscene, and here we are, make our way down. Let's proceed over to the Dracolich. Guess we protect him and slide off these nasty zombies. Essentially, if you didn't realize, you can just hold down your mouse button to continually cast your at will rather than just clicking it every time. Follow him up the hill, and we go and meet with Celeste. And now we need to go to the bridge. Now you'll experience some artillery. These red AoEs, just want to move out of them. If you don't move out of them, you can hold up your shield, and it'll prevent you from getting knocked over. Push you back a little bit still though. Continue on. I'm just gonna kite all these zombies to the end. Make sure this knight doesn't knock me over. Use my encounter power, kill off a ton of these guys. Start swinging with our at will. Finally kill the rest of the zombies, level up to level 4. You can literally see here in your power sheet when you will unlock more powers as you level up. And now we meet Valindra. She stuns Makos and knocks him aside, and summons an evil being to dispose of us. Now we have our daily power, Earth Shaker. It is an AoE, but let's see how much it'll do to this Mr. Harbinger. Daily, okay, not half his HP away, like that. Seems they give me my daily nice and quickly back again. Finish him off. Alright, we leveled up to level 5. And here we got some loot on the ground. You can just press F to pick it up. Seems we got some gloves. Look in the minute inventory. Here they are. You can right click on them, press equip, or you can just double click on them and it'll automatically equip them. Over to injured Makos here. And let's go to Neverwinter, the Jewel of the North. And here we go, Protector's Enclave. We'll meet with Sergeant Knox. Move over to him, speak with him, and he gives me a mount. Follow the sparkly line all the way to the vault. There we go, enter into the vault, speak to this guard, and he should let us go by. Literally just traveling along the sparkly line, killing off these Nasher rebels. I'll just kite everybody together and use my daily, since I just got it. Group up and daily. Goodbye. And these silly snipers back here. Cleared them out, and we talk to this quartermaster, who essentially leads you to get this piece of lore. Tells you a secret with this little book. We can proceed onwards, opening the door. Put into a cutscene, and seems to be this fair lady stuck on top of a crypt. Hey, you undead filth, get out of here. That's them disposed of. And now we can speak to Sabella. Apparently she has some visions of me, alright. Speak to her again later. And we're finally getting to the crown chamber. Thrown into a cutscene, which you can't skip. And it seems they stole the crown. And the Guardian is still there, which it seems we have to fight it. Alright. Here's my daily power. Block that. Use my knee breaker. Shield slam. Failed to block that again, but we killed it. We got some boots. Or some better boots. So now we get a cutscene of actually Protector's Enclave when it's not under siege. Now this is the main hub where essentially a lot of people hang out when they're not in any specific zone. So generally the most populated areas are, yes, Protector's Enclave or the newest zone, which being currently now Avernus. So, and this location here, just south of the map here, near the center actually, as Sergeant Knox. He is the main quest giver for essentially the whole storyline. You will either obtain the main quest line from him or from some NPC near him. So whenever you're stuck and you don't have a quest to do, you can always return back to him and he should give you another. So we speak back to Sergeant Knox, complete our quest, or gain a new sword, and he gives us 2 different quests here, one being Friends in High Places. This quest you won't get unless you already have a level 60 plus character which completed the Vault of the Nine quest. This is kind of what he's referring to. So I'm going to ignore it, and actually I'll claim the quest, and then I'll show you in the quest log how you can make it so it's not visible. Anyway, the next quest here is Finding Honor. Essentially they want us to hunt down the crown. So, right, to manage your quests you press J, which will be your journal. In your journal you will see all the zones that your character has been in. If you expand those zones, like here, Protector's Enclave, you see all the quests within it. For example, I have Finding Honor and Friends in High Places. I shouldn't have the quest Friends in High Places if I didn't have another high level character on this account, which I do, and thus it gives me this quest. So in order to hide it, I can go here, check, and check again to exit. So you can see it won't show under my minimap here, and it will prioritize any other quests. In order to prioritize one quest over all others, you give it a check mark and you give it an X mark to hide it. So there we go. Essentially now we need to go into these tunnels. You also may notice I no longer have the mount. He took it away. You'll see later on we will get a mount, another one later on, for free essentially. Anyway, let's proceed on to the main quest line. Also you can see now up here at the top this mail is glowing. If we click on it you can see we gain a whole different sorts of mails here. You will gain one on, let's say I have this mail here about the Dragonborn just because I have that unlocked on this account. Then I get one about Black Lake. This one is in fact one you should get. Essentially wants you to go to the Black Lake district. However, you don't have the quest to go there just yet. And then you'll gain a gift from Cryptic Studios. You'll gain this gift, and the way to claim it is you have to go to a post box. There's one just here. You can check your mail and you can click on it and you can take it. Anyway, let's jump down into the tunnels. We just have to kill a whole lot more Nashers. You may notice skill nodes, which are these things. You can see I don't have an Arcana kit and thus I can't open it. I also don't have the Arcana skill, so I can't do so either. Like a wizard or I believe a warlock should be able to open these. I wouldn't worry about them. They contain next to like no loot. You can see here's a nature one. I do actually have a nature kit here. You can see in my inventory, so I may as well use it. It's only a 75% chance that it will work, but I do so and I just gain some more quartz and a flower. Literally the only purpose of it is I can sell it for 75 coppers. Here we get kind of our first boss. Let's go up to her, use my daily power, boom, and she's gone. And she seems she dropped an engineering kit for us and a better chest plate. You can see when I click on, let's say, weapon or arms or whatever, you can see if you have other ones in your inventory, the ones with the star means they are recommended. The highest item level piece will be listed as recommended. It's not always the best, as you will take note later on when you actually get to level 80 and you find all sorts of different gears. You will just keep obtaining quartz. Feel free to just keep dragging that out of your inventory and converting it to your refinement points. It's like next to none, but yeah. This Neverwinter welcome pack, I believe all of you guys shall obtain it. So I'll just double click and open it, and you literally just gain some more healing pots and some party poppers. Here, as you level up, you gain these adventurers rewards. You can see this one I got when I was level 5. I double click it, I open it, it will give me another adventurers box. However, this one being capped at level 10, which I'll need to be, and I just gain some injury kits and some potions of minor healing. Whenever you die, these injury kits will be needed to remove injuries that you will obtain. I'll talk about them a little bit later. Just a backpack with some notes in it. Alright, claim our chest, and we get a better shield. So we can just equip that. If you're wondering what to do with your older gear, you can see in my inventory I have older pieces of gear here now, and you'll get quite a number of them. What you want to do is you ideally want to right click on them and click convert to appearance item. For this reason, you'll be able to then actually use the appearance of that item in your appearance tab. You can see here, if I click on, let's say, I believe I did change a piece of armor. If I click on that, you can see my library, it has like this appearance item. Let's say down the road you need like a rustic look or something for some such. You may want to just keep these. Otherwise they have no value other than to refine them or sell them for like a bit of coppers. But they're worth next to nothing, so I wouldn't really worry about it at this low level. We hop back out and we go to Predictor's Enclave. There we continue on and we go back to Sergeant Knox. Speak to Knox, finish the quest, and we level up. And now we gain a quest to gain a mount. We are now level 7. Alright, we head down here and speak to this NPC. He essentially gives you an offer of these 2 mounts, and you essentially choose one of them to be your own. You double click it and it goes in your inventory. Stop speaking to the NPC and then go to your inventory, and you can see you have the mount. You right click on it and you can equip it. If you inspect it, you'll just see it here with its stats and whatnot. I'll just equip the mount. There we go. And now if I go to my mount tab and my stable, you can see it's listed here. It also has insignias. You can see the game just gave me an insignia, and you're able to slot these in the given slots. However, they have specific slots, which only specific insignias can be slotted in. Insignias essentially give you different stats, like prosperity gives you HP and glory and gold gain. Anyway, so now we have a mount, and yeah, it's going to be really slow. With the mount change coming tomorrow actually, upon this time of recording, the mount speed should be generalized, and you should all then have legendary mount movement speed, or at least the equivalent of that being 140 movement percent, this being at 50 at the moment, which is god awfully slow. You can literally run faster than this when you stack movement speed buffs. Anyway, we return back to Knox. Let's see what he has to say now. The Trail of the Crown. Now he's gonna head us to a new zone. This new zone being called Black Lake. This is generally how the game is kind of separated into different areas. You have like zones which you can access through the map, like here. Here we have the icon on the map, and you can see there's a gold icon above it, which means that's my quest trail. Click on it and we click OK to travel to it. And we are in Black Lake. Complete the quest and claim the 2 quests that he grants us. One quest we just claim 2 healing pots from this supplier here. You can see he has coins above his head. This means he's a vendor NPC, which means he'll sell you generally these types of items. You'll be able to buy kits, gold bars, portable altars, and some potion and injury kits. And over here you'll be able to buy like marks of potency and whatnot. I highly recommend not to, as it is a waste. As for healing potions, at this level you really shouldn't need to be using them. So let's go and complete his other quests, looking for clues. Here we can see actually real players. If I mouse hover over them, you can see they have names and HP bars above them. Anyway, we just travel this to these sparkly lines, search these whatever body for clues, and continue on following this sparkly line. If I open my map, you can see the destination of sparkly line, one here and the other here. Here we just have some script to look at, and we have another dead body here. Let's just search it, and we succeed on our final third clue. You can see those pieces for the quest are put in my inventory. We return back to the NPC, and these pieces should be given to that NPC automatically, and thus they won't clog up your inventory. As for the other items in your inventory, like these, I'll show you how to get rid of them in a second. Of course, you could just discard them like this. Anyway, we speak back to the NPC, turn that quest in, and claim another. This time he wants us to go to the sewers. Now to efficiently get rid of these, you can see it has a cost of 75 coppers there, 20 coppers, 75 coppers, and yeah, more 75 coppers. If you go to this NPC, you can go here and you can click these coins here, sell and buy back. Essentially here, you can just go to what's in your inventory, double click on them. I don't need dungeoneering kits because I can automatically use it because I have that skill. Sell the flower, sell the journal, and sell the cup. And there we go, you've sold them. Fortunately, I can't sell these silly fireworks, so I'm just going to use it. You can also sell your quartz if you really need the gold. Let's say you need to buy more injury kits. And there we go, our inventory is pretty cleaned out. Let's just use this popper real quick. There we go, nice and clean inventory management. You can see this NPC over here has an exclamation mark. It's also gold. It basically means this is a side quest, right? Because this guy is not telling me to go to her. If this guy, he will always give you quests, and the main guy who you're talking to, and if he doesn't send you to another NPC, or let's say this guy stops giving you quests and there's nowhere you can find where he's leading you to, then you could pick up these side quests, like from that NPC or this NPC. Normally you shouldn't need to. You should be able to level up with enough XP from the quest from the main storyline to do so. So we continue on. So we load up into the sewers. And here we go. We have to fight a whole lot of were-rats. Now the game tells us about traps. If you proceed on this way, you're gonna fall into the trap just there. However, I could avoid it just by going to the side. However, I'll show you the trap. If I hold my shield up, I can walk over the trap. You can see it will shoot, and I'll get block. You won't get an injury if you like dodge over the trap, if you immunity frame it, or if you block it with like your shield. Those traps can be really annoying. They're dotted around a lot of the lower level dungeons. The higher up level dungeons, they seem to not really put them in anymore. So we proceed on, we get to a cutscene, and we get a sort of a boss. So we move up to the boss. Let's use my daily. Boom, earth shake, and that just kills him straight up. And this whiny NPC shuts the hell up. Alright, we speak to him, and there we go. We get some loot, a helmet, which actually we haven't had before. Now I'll teach you another thing. If, let's say, you don't like the look of wearing, let's say, these pants or these shirts, or even this helmet, you can go to the appearance and you can left click on it and you can click disable all visuals. You can now see, I can see my lovely head instead of wearing the helmet. Let's say I wanted to not wear this chainmail shirt, I can click disable visuals. I'll still get in the stats by it, but I just visually won't be wearing it. So there we go. Let's say I want to wear the helmet, you can always enable it again. So there we go, we return back to the NPC, hand in the quest, and he gives us another quest. And that's essentially it. Now we reached level 8. We got our third encounter power, Bull Charge. Now to swap encounter powers from different slots, you can literally just drag them and drop them, or you can right click on them and you can, let's say I want my shield bash over here, you can do something like that. You can literally just switch them around. You can do the same with at-will powers as well, and also all the other powers. We'll talk about feats when we get there. So that's essentially it for the very beginning of just starting out, going through the tutorial, and entering into your first kind of public quest zone. Along with that, we obtained our very first mount, and I taught you a few tips and tricks as we go along. Hopefully, some of them were helpful. If I presented this well, consider leaving a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.